Welcome back everyone to another Spiritual Soul video. I'm here to talk about, I got another killer video I want to talk to you about, right? Everyone will like this one. This is the secret power stands. The secret power stands that will like make you strong. Fucking like these stands, these is what mixed martial arts, all these like monks and all that, this is what why they use these stands, because this is what it does to the fucking bodies. Now listen up. That's why I choose. Like, I could be a fucking massive cunt if I wanted to, but I chose not to because I wanted to show people that you could be a shorter nigga, stockier nigga still, and still do twice as damage than what a bigger nigga could do. You know what I mean? It's not all about your fucking strength and fucking muscle, because you can make energy your muscle. The energy that you create through your body can turn into a fucking like, what do you call it? Like fucking iron. You might as well say like fucking metal. Like nothing can destroy it for a few seconds. It takes a lot of energy to penetrate that energy. Monks use this shit all the fucking time, and it's mind blowing how they use it. So I'm gonna show you something that I think everyone should watch this shit, because it's very important. I do this shit like, I'm gonna start doing it every motherfucking day. I've knew about it for a bit now, so yeah. Listen up. Fucking how much battery have I got? 10%. This should be enough to get this video done. Alright. Listen up,
often called internal martial arts. That part I will take care of in this video. And second, most people simply have no experience with this type of training. It is the experience alone that teaches a true understanding, and that part is all on you. My movement training sessions always begin in the same place: stillness. It is from stillness that I collect and center myself for the movement to come. Kung Fu and martial arts masters have practiced this for millennia, because they have come to understand a simple fact of movement that is so often overlooked. No matter what movement you perform, no matter what the goal of your actions, it will always happen in the same place, within you. It is in your body that the movement happens, within your mind that goals are created, and within you that the very impulse to act is unleashed into the world. The Wu Chi pose is what we might call a standing self-awareness method. It allows you to shut out the external senses and move the focus inward. This increases awareness of the self, the body, and the mind, and primes the mover for maximum control of the movements to come. This is the origin of the martial arts phrase, "there is no opponent." Because by putting your awareness back into the body, you have put yourself back into the driver's seat, where the power and ability actually resides, as opposed to focusing externally outside of yourself where your power is not. The stance itself is fairly simple. The depth of what can be learned from it is quite vast, however. Begin by standing with the feet shoulder width apart, with just a slight bend in the knees. You want your legs and hips to remain relaxed. The hips should almost feel heavy and slightly sinking. Allow the shoulders to relax and roll slightly forward as the hands rest just in front of the top of the thighs, or perhaps just out to the side, whatever is more comfortable. You want the spine to be fairly straight. In fact, you can imagine that a string is attached to your head and is lightly pulling the skull and the spine nice and tall. Lastly, you will want to slightly tuck the chin and the sacrum. Tucking the sacrum is a way of positioning the hips directly below the spine so that they support the weight of it. In fact, awareness of the sacrum is one of the major reasons for performing this pose, but we will cover that here in a minute. For now, relax in this stance and begin to draw your awareness to your breath. You want the breath to descend all the way into the lower belly. If it's not, then you are missing out on the energy and the health of every single breath. Deep belly breathing naturally massages the internal organs, warming them and drawing blood to them. And the internal organs are where energy from the food you eat and the air you breathe is processed so that the rest of the body can use it. Many people chest breathe because of tension held in the abdomen. Spending some time in Wu Chi stance while focusing on the breath can reverse this by teaching you to relax the belly and let that breath all the way in. So at this point, you want to focus on your breath and on the releasing of any unnecessary tension in the body. Unnecessary tension will slow and restrict the free and graceful movement. The Dantian has been described in many ways, by many names, and from many cultures. In modern lingo, it might be called the body center of mass. If you were to hold yourself as stiff as a board and balance yourself on a pole, the Dantian is the spot where you would be able to balance without tipping in any direction. At this point in the body, you will find the sacrum. The sacrum is literally the keystone of the entire body. It holds all of the weight of the spine and absorbs all the force of the legs. Without it, all the movement below the waist would be impossible. An awareness of this area while you're moving is incredibly powerful. It creates an amazing sense of dynamic balance, power, and stability that I haven't been able to replicate in any other way. But to use the Dantian properly, you must be able to find it and feel it within yourself. The best way is to begin to use the Wu Qi stance. After entering the stance, bring your focus inward and try to balance your left and right sides. Slightly tip side to side until you feel a point with a nice natural balance. Then repeat the same thing front to back. Now bring your attention to where your lower back meets your hips. Slightly tuck the sacrum and see if you can balance the spine directly on top of it. This will require you to be quite relaxed. Once you accomplish this, you have centered the body. The Dantian is now balanced. It lies just below the belly button in the center of the body's mass. It is from here that my movement practices always begin. Begin to move slowly while keeping your awareness on the Dantian. Notice how this one spot can bring the whole body together in order to move as one. Play with this in all of your movements. Its applications are nearly endless, and the only way to discover them is to experience them for yourself. If you're interested in further reading on the subject, I'm going to put a link below to the very first book I read on the subject from years and years back. Very straightforward, highly illustrated. There are other really good books on the subject, and I encourage you to check them out if you're interested. This is just one of my personal favorites because it's concise, and I like to practice the movements quickly instead of reading through a book endlessly. Well, anyway, that's it for today. Feel free to leave comments or questions below. If you enjoyed, be sure to...
That was some fucking good shit, man. So I just found something new then. With chi energy and shit. That was all got to do with chi. It's in that, where that spot is. All the weight from below what we carry, we wouldn't better carry it for that. Fuck, man, that was killer. Alright. Thanks for watching. I hope this fucking was something that you will, you know, like you look forward to fucking doing. Spiritual Soul signing out.